Derek, obviously no game last week with the postponements. Has that changed how you've prepared the team over the last 7 days?
Yeah, well, obviously there's some players get the benefit of getting a bit extra training. A couple of players in the squad for Saturday that weren't in the squad for the St Johnstone game, and we do look at each game on its own merits, to be honest. In terms of team selection, we had a team in mind for the game, but obviously when word got out, the Queen passing away and the likelihood of the games being cancelled, we refrained from naming the team on the Friday just until we got word. So it wasn't a real surprise when the games were cancelled, and we just adjusted really accordingly. We got a double session into the players Friday, so once we got word, we went back out in the afternoon and got some work into them, and they had the weekend off, and we started as a normal working week from Monday. So we've just worked towards now the Livingston game. We had a reserve game at Dundee on Tuesday, which allowed the players who needed game time the opportunity to play. A number of senior players get involved in that. Blair Alston got another 45 minutes. And we've managed to kind of just slowly build some of that fitness work and getting training time into a lot of the players. So we'll use next week international break, something similar. Some players will get a bit extra time off, and some players will get an extension of a mini pre-season just to try and get them back up to speed. So everybody's at different places fitness wise. A few boys that missed pre-season, and the pre-season was kind of hampered. I'm thinking of Jordan and Liam Donnelly, Chris Stokes, Blair Alston, Jarrell Dossett. So there's 5 or 6 players who we really need to try and make sure we get the right amount of work into them, and take advantage of the time. I mean, it's a bit stop-start. Last week wasn't perfect for us. You want to keep playing games, and then we're going to an international break. So I think from a football perspective, we just want to go into that break on the back of a positive performance, hopefully a winning performance, and then hopefully the time we come back out the break we feel a wee bit more equipped for getting a few players up to speed.
Just fitness wise ahead of this weekend, is there any new injury concerns or players we expecting back?
No, I think obviously Ash is suspended. That carries on after the St Johnstone game being cancelled. But we've probably got now Jarrell back fully fit. Liam Donnelly's getting close, and we've no ruled him out for the weekend. Jordan Jones more game time, more training time. Zach Hemmings as well. So we're getting got a few players back. The only ones that will miss it definitely are Ash and Scott Robinson.
Livingston are obviously a club have probably got similar ambitions to us this season. What kind of performance are you expecting from them?
Well, I think they make it difficult for you. I think that's fair to say. That's their job to ask the questions of you. I think you just need to look at them in recent weeks. They've beaten both Edinburgh teams, Hibs and Hearts at home, which shows you their capabilities. They've got a really competitive squad, a good size of squad with good options. Davies can change his team up. But regardless of what personnel he picks, you always feel Livingston when you play them. They're always after you, and the game can be quick. The game can be at times a bit frantic, but very competitive. And we've got to make sure that we are ready for that type of game.
With the international break coming up next week as well, of course, as you mentioned, how important is it to send Kelly fans away happy on Saturday night and enter that period on a positive kind of momentum?
Well, I think it is. I think it's important for us to address picking points up on the road. The 3 away games we've had in the league, going to Ibrox, Easter Road last time out, getting down to 10 men, self-inflicted that really. But despite a positive performance, we still come away with nothing. Going up to Ross County and losing a last minute winner was a blow. So the one victory that fans have seen us on the road was in the cup against Hearts. So it's important that we recognise as a squad and as a staff that for us to do what we want to do this season, it's important that we pick up points on the road. Our home form's been decent as we expect it to be, and we want that to continue, but away from home we're going to have to try and pick up points. Saturday gives us the opportunity to do exactly that. There's no easy games in the Premier League. Every game's a challenge. Anytime you win a game in the Premier League, you've had to do a lot of things right, but we want to try and be a team who are confident and comfortable picking up points home and away.
Looking a wee bit further into the future, we touched on the recruitment manager position last week. Has that progressed at all? Yeah,
I think we're getting working through the process. I think the club and myself are really keen We feel it's a really pressing appointment for us, but at the same time we want to make sure we get the right appointment. So we've had plenty of applicants in for it, plenty of people to consider, but we feel that we'll probably be in a position to make some sort of announcement on that in the next couple of weeks. And that being said, you know, the importance of having that person, the right person in, working closely with myself, starting to really be really strategic in my recruitment. I think it's key for us. You know, it wasn't so long ago that we had a lot of value on the pitch. We had a lot of boys involved with international. We've obviously got a couple of younger lads going away in international duty. But ideally we would like a team on the pitch in the future that's being called up with their countries and having that team of value. That's the long-term plan for the club, you know, to make sure that we are seen as a development club, but also really smart in recruitment, making good decisions, building relationships with clubs, agents, and I think that's something that we can do better, and that's obviously why we're going to hopefully get the right person in. And truth of the matter is, for us to be doing more work for January properly, then that person has to be in soon.